dynamic equilibrium, which means the concept of dynamic equilibrium means net zero, right? That sometimes you'll see 60% on this side and you'll see 40% on that side. Sometimes it'll look like 30 on this side and 70 on that side. But sometimes it'll flip-flop and you'll see 30 on that side and 70 on this side and 40 on this side and 70 on that side. But when you do the math and you do all the averages, like when they flip coins, like they do this, like, and you average out how many times it lands on heads and how many times it lands on tails, you'll have some pockets where it kept landing on heads for a while. And you have some pockets where it kept landing on tails for a while. But if you do it long enough, you'll realize it's about 50% chance.
Yeah.
There are moments in your relationship where you might be putting out a little bit more and they may be putting out a little bit less.
Yeah.
But it also may be the other way around. And if you have a whole relationship and you allow a relationship to mature, you realize it's been 50-50 the whole time.
Thank you on that.
You feel what I'm saying? So that's the dynamic equilibrium, allowing more to come, allowing less to be produced on both sides, men and women, and then saying there are some times where I looked up and I realized I wasn't pulling my weight and I realized the only reason we got here is because of my woman. You know what I'm saying? I looked up and realized I wasn't pulling the whole weight as far as my relationship, and the only reason there is amorous intention and intentionalism in our relationship is because my husband didn't give up on me when I gave up on this. And then it's like, yo, there were moments where I just didn't have it and he showed up. There were moments where I just didn't have it and she came with it. And then in the dynamic equilibrium, as long as you allow the law of averages to have time, you will realize you've been in a 50-50 relationship the whole time. We just go like the minute that shit tilts 51-49,
gone, I'm
peace.
out. Gone, what? I gotta do more.
Too much.
I gotta do more. Gone.
You know what I mean?